Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be telling you a story that some parts is true, some parts are false. The legend is true, but the sightings are false. Minus a few of them. Just put that out there. So here's a story. I'm almost 13 years old and I'm going to be telling you a true and false story that happened to me in middle school. A long time ago, before the school was there was a swimming pool. A girl was getting bullied at her school for the way she looked. Her name is rumored to be Gabbie. Anyway, she went to the swimming pool, and one of her bullies sneaked up behind her and then pushed her in to the pool. She was unexpected. She didn't expect it, so she sank to the bottom, and her hair got stuck in the drain. She drowned. The pool closed because of her death. Yet the pool tried to deny it. Soon after, they cemented over it and they built over it with the school, which was once a high school, but now it's a middle school, where I went for 6th grade. In the very bottom floor, in the basement, nowadays there's a 7th grade teacher's room, lockers, girls' changing room, boys' changing room, and a cafeteria, and a boarded up door that leads to the outside staircase, which is abandoned and also boarded off at the door, which leads up. On one side is the cars, the other a wall of the school, another the garage, and another 2 dumpsters. So if you're to be there, you're pretty much not seen by anyone. Anyways, this first sighting started in the beginning of the school year. At my very first conference, there's not a single noise, except for water dripping. You might be saying, well, it's just the school water running, but no. See, my conferences were at 6 o'clock, and it was really cold out, so no one would even think to bring a water bottle that day. And the water was all the way in the basement, and it was closed. And the water shuts off at our school at 4:25 p.m. It was 6 o'clock p.m. The next quarter, it got worse. Girls reported stud doors unlocking and opening on their own. And girls' bathroom is right across my science teacher's room that I had in 6th grade. And the boys' restroom is further down. We had a pop party the previous period in math, 2nd period. So in 3rd period, science, I had to go to the restroom. Teacher was really nice and she was pretty chill about it, and she just let me go to the restroom like normal. So I did, but when I crossed the girls' restroom, I noticed a shadow of a girl, but not like because most of the girls at our school don't have fancy hair. They just have normal hair, or maybe a ponytail. But the shadow of this girl, it had one of those old-fashioned wigs where they had their hair put up in a bonnet, whatever that's called. I think it's called a bonnet, but I'm not a hair expert. Anyways, it kind of messed me up. Across from the science teacher's room was a bathroom, but right next to the science teacher's room was a 7th grade room. My friend knows some 7th graders, and I'm becoming friends with him. And I was becoming friends with him. He was walking to the boys' restroom as well, because he's a boy. And all of a sudden, as soon as he looks at the girls' restroom, he flies across the hallway to the other side and hits his back. He asked me if his back is fine. So I go to it and I see there was 5 red marks. Like if I were to take red tomato sauce and smack someone in the back, but don't let my palm touch them. But it wasn't tomato sauce. It was no ketchup. It was not blood either, but it was an injury mark, like if you just hit your leg and it turns red. That's what it looked like. So something had to have hit him in the back. A person had to. And there was nothing on the other side of the hall. It was just an empty hallway. And there's no way that bricks could make that, because then it would be his whole back being red. But it wasn't. Anyways, we just ignore it and go back to class. But keep in mind, the hallway is about 10 feet long, so he had to be pushed by a very strong force. It was now the third quarter, and most of my friends were and I were hanging out at our new spot we like to hang out at, in between the garage and the dumpster. And I know, it's a pretty basic thing, but it's the same place I was talking about earlier. Right behind us, we looked down. We were sitting on the railing to the stairway, because it led up, and we were just sitting on it, and we heard a splash, like if someone dived off of a diving board, coming from the boarded up door. All of a sudden, there's a little crack at the bottom of the door, like in most doors. Out of it came water. The water smelled horribly like bleach. Like a very strong bleachy smell. Like pool cleaner. Like lots of pool cleaner. It got up to about 8 of the stairs, and there's 10 total stairs, and there's around 10 total stairs, so 3 of them were still empty, with no water on them. Then the water stopped. One of my friends said, "Go tell the teacher," but we knew the teachers wouldn't believe us. And after all, they'd probably just blame us for it, and we would have to get detention, which I've already had 2 of, and my mom is being very serious and telling me, if you get another detention, you're going to get grounded. And I did not want to get grounded. And anyways, as we were trying to think of solutions, the water started boiling. One of my friends was really religious, so he took out his cross. Had Jesus Christ on it. He moved down the steps slowly, aiming his cross still around his neck at the water. The water, like some sort of monster, started backing down until it finally got into the doorway. And all you heard was like a girl wolf's growl. We both said that was very weird, and we just agreed not to hang out there anymore. After school, my friend went to church and told the priest. The priest the next day in the morning, when we were waiting outside, he went down there and did that, and put mace and salt next to it whilst reading from the Bible. When he said he was done, around 5 minutes later, he said, "The spirit is now gone. If it comes back, it's not going to be good." And we asked why. He said because it would be angry. I would recommend not doing any chants or Ouija boards, which none of us did anyways, but some idiots at our school did anyways, so they probably summoned it again. Everything was pretty much fine until the next quarter. Something that was strange. Something that was strange, though, was that one of the students had a water bottle from the cafeteria and reported getting a black hair stuck in his unopened water bottle. which we just thought, and it's probably just a factory worker. But rumor has it Gabbie had black hair. Anyways, it was going good, and it was going pretty good until 1 week before school. We were having the air state testing because it's required to do it in our state of Ohio, which we train and trade all year for. So the test was actually really easy, but before the test, because the test is an hour and 45 minutes long, so we had to go to the restroom. So me and my friend had to go to the restroom, and our substitute teacher was pretty nice, because our actual first period teacher, which was normally gym teacher, was sick, and keep in mind, we were first period, so no other class had gym before us. So the locker rooms were completely empty. Anyways, we went down the hallway, and the main floor hallway, and we went to the concessions restroom, which is the restroom where if there's a basketball game at our school, then that's where the people would go to the restroom, because our school restrooms are not available to them. And to our inconvenience, it was locked. So we decided to go to the locker room because no one is in there, because we really had to go to the restroom. And we were just like, I'm pretty sure we weren't allowed to go down there, but we did because, well, we're savages. But, anyways, we went down there and we heard the sinks running. The sink was just about to overflow when my friend finally turned off the water, which is strange because no one was down there. And there's two sections. There's the section where you enter, the section where you change, and the section where there's showers, sinks, and the stalls. So we went to the stalls. We went, and we heard a strange noise, like a wild animal rustling through the garbage, because there is a garbage can there, and the other room, which is where you change. The garbage can was empty, and we seen a message on the floor written in rusty water. At least we hope it's rusty water. And it said, "I'm back. Gabbie." We ran out of there. Thing is, I'm only going to be in 7th grade. Then I have 8th grade. And now that it's back, I think it's going to be extra angry. And you know what that means. I have to go back.